Hey, good evening, folks. I hope you can hear me all. How is everybody out there? I am seeing my needles bounce. Everything looks good on my end, but you guys tell me if you can hear. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful evening. It is I, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud, and clear, hopefully, here on a Friday night. Excellent, excellent. So let me give a big welcome to Dusty. Good to see you there, my friend. Canic, Don Walton, Finn Fish, Robert Phillips, Damien247, Cooley, Yang and Zhao, TB Flowers, Don Walton, and Victory Lane Exotics. And for anyone else tuning in, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. So anyway, welcome to the show. Folks, let me tell you a little bit about what we do. If you're a new subscriber around these parts, and you might be, or maybe you haven't subscribed yet and you wonder what all this nonsense is about, welcome to the Delver's Dungeon, my own little corner of the internet where I share some RPG goodness with you guys in the form of live videos, pre-recorded videos, little friendly talks. We have guests, we have deep dives, we have all kinds of fun stuff, and I bring it to you 5 days a week. Is there a better, more prolific classic TTRPG show on YouTube? I don't think there is. There are some darn good ones out there, but you know, I just like to come here and have fun with you guys, spread a little news, talk a little smack. And tonight, what we're doing, and I think you'll like it, I think you're going to enjoy it if you haven't seen it before. Tonight, we're going to be playing some Gamma World, some classic Gamma World. We are, of course, playing the classic Albuquerque Starport pack-in module that came with the Game Master's screen for first edition Gamma World. I'm looking forward to picking up on that here in a few minutes. So I've told you about me. Now, obviously, I can't keep track of everything you're saying and doing out there, but let me ask you a favor. Let me ask you just a little favor. If you haven't already, would you kindly, and that's right, you're being activated. If you're in Rapture, you are being activated. Would you kindly click the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications? Because then you can find out all about the stuff we do before it happens. You'll see the notification. Hey, Bill's going to be live streaming. I need to get over there. Bill just dropped a new informational video. I need to go watch it. You will join an elite group of people. There's only 6,755 of you at last count who are dialed in to what we do. And people will say to you, oh, do you know this, that, and the other? I will tell you straight up, you will be in that. Yeah, no, I got the vinyl already for that, man. I went to the Delver's Dungeon and I picked that up on release date. You're just now hearing it on the radio. So do that and you can get that. And if you want to support the show in broader terms for as little as $2 over here on YouTube or $1 over on Patreon, you can support month to month. You can buy me a coffee. You can check out the merch. It's linked below in the description down there. And you can check out our sponsor. That's right, Paint Minis Live's RPG store. He's the man. He's got it going on. And that's an affiliate link that kicks a little bit back to yours truly to help keep the lights on around here. So thank you very much. That's good news there, TK. The video's been well received, and I'm happy, man. I'm really glad. I love getting just a little bit outside my comfort zone. And speaking of getting outside and comfort zones, first of all, I gotta take my scrunchie off, man. My hair is crying for leaving, so I got to do this. Anyway, so yeah, you know how I've been hyping up the Nerd Council of Doom starting its own thing, doing its own channel. It's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen, but our own channel, it's gonna happen a little later. This month's NCOD live stream is right here tomorrow. I will have the link up, the title card up, all that'll go out. Never fear. It is not your bad, Yang. It is not anybody's bad. You do not put that hair shirt on. Get down off the cross, please. It's just one of those things that came up. So we are going to be on our own channel for the next live stream. Tomorrow we are here one more time, and then we will be moving to our new headquarters building, which we are building in a secret location. I'm not going to say that it's an abandoned missile silo where we can escape government surveillance and occasionally launch probes into deep space as part of our world takeover plan. But I'm not going to say that's not what we're going to be up to. But tomorrow, it's just right here at the Delver's Dungeon, and I will send out that link. Is this the building the Legion of No. It's not. No. Will you let me know when you want to do one? I am at your service. I am at everyone's service. I seek to be available and accessible to folks as much as I can. So in just a few minutes, we'll be hopping in. And I got some wonderful news tonight. We have a full house of Gamma World players, which may help those who are locked in Mortal Kombat against the plague zombies that they were fighting last week. So that's a real good thing. And I'm excited about that. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, is Lex Luthor taking over? That's almost as many as 30 cakes, and that's terrible. No, Lex Luthor is not taking over. We do have someone who could pull off the classic Lex Luthor look on our side, but no. Or Brainiac. It's up to him. Finally built the Delver's Shack. I'm in the Delver's Shack. What are you talking about, man? What are you even talking about? Good evening, Jorge. Good to see you. Welcome. Please pull up a chair and join us. So with that said, all the important stuff discussed, and there's a lot of discussed. That's right. He was Vinny. Very good. Let me then go ahead and don my headphones. Hello, Don. And welcome in our Gamma World players this week, and welcome back for the first turn at joining us for Gamma World in 2025. A guy here. So, in fact, you know what? I think we're gonna bring him in first. Everybody, say hello to Kool-Aid Kevin as Polly Score. He's muted right now, and he's mutated right now. If you are talking, sir, we cannot hear you. We, of course, have the one and only Doomsword Deathmaster as Techno.
Hey, what's up?
You, man, you. We have Sam the Eagle played by Mr. Yang Yan Zhao himself.
Good evening, everyone.
And if you want to know why there's a strategic helium reserve issue, well, it's Yang in this show every week. And last but not least, we have our pure strain human, a human who is about to be strained. Everybody say hello to Kanek as Sandy.
Hello, peeps.
So, hello, one and all, and it's good to see you back. So, last week, last session, last time we played, greetings, Tony Wagenhauser, good to see you. Last time we played, the party had inadvertently taken an orbital shuttle to a space station. The space station, much like the other locations on Earth itself, you had fallen into disuse and ruin. Exploring it, looking for artifacts, for treasure, you entered a chamber, and there were a group of mutated humanoids, horrible, just dreadful looking mutated humanoids who shambled out to meet you. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of you. They've struck you repeatedly, and every time they've struck you, they've left patches of brown slime clinging to your skin that causes you great agonizing pain and damage as it pulsates, as it sits there on your flesh. You had done some damage to these poor wretches, the once possibly humans. You're not 100% sure, but you are now fighting with them. Kevin, you had remained in the arrival lounge, not wanting to leave your shuttle unattended, but in the distance, you hear the staccato zap of the I-beams being fired by your friend Techno. Shouts of pain, clash of weapons. So we will start with you. Kevin, what does Polly Score wish to do? And I cannot hear you, my friend. Turn up your gain. Or you can type it to me in private chat while you get your audio issues sorted out. And while he's doing that, let's cut back over to the space station room. One of these poor wretches is in terrible looking condition. The other 2 have their disgusting, creepy vitality still about them. It's a new round. Dooms, what is Techno going to do?
So this goo or whatever, does it look like I could scrape that off if I wanted to, or has it just like melted into my skin to where it's all just some sort of acidic mass?
The answer to both questions is yes. It looks like you could probably cut it off of you if that's what you want to do, but you know it's hurting you. It's hurting you somehow.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my short sword and scrape off as much of this stuff as I can.
All right, so that's what you're doing in this round. How about Sandy? What is she doing?
She's also going to scrape the stuff off.
All right, and finally, how about Sam?
So there's 1 dead, 1 really badly injured, and 2 not very injured.
There is 1 badly injured and 2 alive. I do not think you have slain one yet.
Oh, all right. I thought we did. Let me see. Okay, so he still has his bottle of Fireball. It did not break last time, so I think. well, let's see. We got to kill at least one. So he'll try to smash it on the already badly injured one.
Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll start with now. Kevin, I know you're having audio issues, but I do want you to have some fun. So go ahead and roll initiative for the party. That, of course, is standard D6 roll here. A 3. All right, and the zombies. Sorry, hidden roll. Let's try that again. Party got a 3. Zombies got a 1. Okay. So Techno, you take your short sword and you scrape at the patches of slime. Roll a D6 for me if you would. Okay.
1.
It tears at you. You do a little bit of damage to yourself, but you manage to flick the disgusting goo away from you, and it lands with a splat. Good healthy red blood is pumping now. So you did take some damage, but at least you were able to get that off of you. So let's see, Sandy. Likewise, roll a d6 as you cut and scrape this mess away. Okay, so you inflict 3 points of damage on yourself, but likewise, you manage to get the goo off of you. Sam, that is Yang, roll to hit with your bottle of Fireball.
Woohoo!
19. Okay, you smash this. Roll a d20 again as you strike him with the bottle. Okay, the bottle breaks and the thing is now doused. Now roll a d6 to see how much club damage you did to him with the bottle.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, it's a polycarbonate kind of bottle, so. All right, so here we go. Zombie counterattacks. This one is on Techno. And I wish I would stop doing that. That was... Ooh, can I do a reveal on that? Is there... yes, there's a reveal. Okay. So that is a 9.
AC 6.
Really? Why is that just... All right. Okay, so you are missed. Unfortunately, Sandy, you are struck. And just after you finish cutting that stuff away, more is splattered on you. You take 3 points of damage, and you've got more of the goo on you again. And finally... finally, let's see. Kevin, give us a mic check.
Hello.
Hey,
check.
there you
1,
are.
2.
Okay, all right.
I had to kill the goddamn browser.
Oh, that happens.
It's
Okay.
part of the browser wars, you know.
It is. Take no prisoners, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so Kevin, you have heard all this, the sounds of battle elsewhere in the station. What do you wish to do? You're
So
in
I'm curious
the
sort.
document.
So I'd like to move in the direction they went when they left, and follow sounds until I can see where I discover they've gone.
Okay, so you basically arrive at the end of this round, and finally, Sam, one of the things swings at you. Sam's armor class 6, correct? Doesn't matter. Sam is missed. Okay. just as you round the corner and step into this chamber, when you can hear your friends shouting in pain, facing them, waving arm-like shapes, trying to strike your friends, are these three gooey-looking entities.
Do they look
moaning.
poisonous?
I mean, you wouldn't want to eat them if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Okay, so next round, Techno, what are you doing?
I'm going to fall backwards.
Okay.
Not like fall, like retreat, walking backwards, trying to fend the creature off with my short sword should it choose to attack me.
Okay. Let's see. Sam, how about you?
Oh,
Yeah.
here we are. Sam is going to ignite that jerk.
Okay. How about Sandy?
She's going to take a follow and take a step back, but she's going to. She has a spear, so she's
Okay.
going to try to use the spear to hold him back.
All right, so you're just putting distance, just trying
Yeah.
to put a spear's length distance between you and it. And so Kevin, what does Polly Score want to do in this round?
So I'm gonna draw my sword. I have a short sword,
Okay.
equipped properly for this. And I'm gonna rush up, and I'm going to attempt to attack the person that Sam is backing away from. I quote person, whatever the hell it is.
Right on. Okay, so Dooms, roll initiative for us, please. A 2.
2.
Initiative is tied, so let's go ahead and do attacks. Yang, give me a D20 roll first for your fire. Yeah, not a problem. You strike your flint and steel together. A spray of sparks catches this thing. Roll 2d6.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, so this thing lights up. You will automatically do a d6 to it in the next round. So but it does not look good. Let's see. Doom's roll for Techno, please.
Well, I'm just trying to back up.
Okay, all right.
and
You're
keep this guy
you're
from
just backing.
I'm
away.
trying to half-ass parry.
No, I've got you. Okay. Well, Sandy, how about you?
Like I said, I'm backing up, but I'm got my spear there to keep some space.
Okay. Well, it's not heating you. It's just got its hands out and is shuffling forward. All right, Polly, make your attack, please.
Okay. No, that's
Hey, get it out of the system early. Get it out of the system early. That's how you do that.
Welcome back. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. More for 2025.
Yes.
yeah. My luck
Sorry
has not
about you.
changed.
Keep your chin up.
Yeah.
Hashtag 2025 dice fail. Okay, here we go. All right, Zombie A. This one is swinging at Techno, shuffling forward as he does, because it was an initiative tie, so it's doing its thing as you are. Techno, that once again misses you.
Sure enough.
This one is swinging at Sandy, and the other one's busy being on fire. So Sandy, take another 2 points of damage.
So the spear isn't
And-
doing any good.
Yeah, it's not paying attention to your spear at all. It just wants a hug. And also take 4 more points of damage as the patch of horribleness that landed on you when it struck you once again begins to insinuate itself onto your flesh. and the one that has been set on fire by Sam is busy being on fire right now. All right, so you've all you move back, but they shuffle forward right after you. They're not deceasing just yet. So Techno, what are you doing?
Well, the cooldown for radiated eyes is over. So I'll use that on the guy that's nearest myself and Polly.
Okay. Sam, how about you? You're going to get an automatic D6 damage on this thing.
Sam is he doesn't want to be left there alone, so he is also going to start moving backwards and like sort of holding them off with the spear if possible.
Okay. Sandy, you want to stab or you just want to keep trying to back away?
I am going to stab with the spear.
Okay. And Polly Score, you going to continue to swing sword?
Yes, Hassan Chop.
All right. Roll initiative if you would, please, Yang. I got a 4. Party got a 3. Yang, roll a d6 to see how much damage this thing takes anyway. Because that's happening automatically. 3. Okay. The alcohol burns with its bluish, almost invisible flame. This thing sort of crisps some more. The stink is horrible, but eventually it does gutter out and it lunges forward. So let's see. This attack on Techno.
The fireball has no bite.
That will miss. This
Should
one
use Goldschlager.
or Everclear. That would still
Yeah.
be burning. This one on let's see. This one on Sam. Crispy Critter. He dice trays taking its own sweet time.
I saw a 6,
You saw a 6.
but it didn't come on screen.
That was against. Yeah, that was against me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Must be a 0.
It got blocked. The application blocked the attack.
Oh yeah, it does that sometimes. Let's see.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh.
Okay, that is a hit on Sam. Sam, you have more disgusting goo on you, but that is only a point of damage. Oh wait, Sam was just setting one of the zombies on fire last round. So yeah, you got some
Right.
damage coming in. 1 point of damage for Sam.
Okay.
But you were struck again, so you got that to deal with. So that's 1, 2, that's Sam. All right, and this one is it's Sandy. Sandy,
Of
guess
course.
what? You're struck. The good news is it doesn't spread more goo on you. The bad news is you are struck for 2 more points of damage. Okay. Techno, irradiate one of these things, wouldn't you? It is a 3d6 rad attack. Did you drop the 3d8 and it's not rolling yet? Dooms?
Hey, sorry. My
okay.
my hearing device went out for no reason whatsoever.
And I meant
Yeah,
And
I had this earlier.
Yeah,
3d6,
and
not
then
3d8.
and then Amazon Music started playing, and it
Oh,
was
no.
playing like like Pantera's cover of Planet Caravan. So,
Well, I've been interrupted by worse, I suppose.
You should have been
Yeah.
rickrolled. That would have been a more appropriate response.
So is it my turn? Because I have
Yes,
no idea what
roll
happened.
your radiation intensity level, please.
All right. All right, 12.
So I see 12. Let's see. Yeah, you just kind of play your eye beams over one of these things, and it just sort of bubbles and collapses into a heap of disgusting corruption, falling dead on the floor. Were you aiming at a specific one, Dooms? You just will roll a die. It's up to you.
Yeah, I was hoping for the one that was closest to myself and Polly score, the one I backed off from. If that was the one that Yang killed, then yeah, we need to roll a die.
Okay, that was not the one Yang killed. So yeah, you just unalived one. So now there's two still up. You guys are backing away. They're advancing forward, but go ahead and make your attack, please, Polly. Score.
All right, buddy. There you go.
There you go. All right. 1d6
Medium
for
or
short
large?
sword.
It's a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's 5.
And it's a 5. Okay.
This is so
All
much
right.
different than all the dice I usually roll.
You nearly cut one of them down. There is one of them that is like barely clinging to its horrible, disgusting parody of existence, and one that still looks frighteningly robust. And at the end of the round, here's some more. 3 more points of
Oh,
damage.
don't I get to use the spear?
Yeah. I thought you were just backing up. I didn't know you were attacking with spear.
No, I
Go
was
ahead.
using the spear this time.
Okay, all right. Well, you'll still take 3 points of damage, but not until, we're done. 14 will hit.
Nice.
Hey, Miss Bella Games, welcome. So that's a d6 with spear. That is 4. Roll a d6 again, please. It's taking its sweet time.
Yeah, it is. There it goes.
Okay, so that you kind of thrust into the sort of chewy mass of this thing's body, and it just kind of silently slumps to the floor. Apparently, you hit something important. So there's just one of these things left. Now take your 3 points of damage. There's one zombie left in front of you. Techno, what you doing? Oh, Sam, I almost forgot you're still taking damage. That's 1 more point of damage for Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and attack with the short sword.
Okay. And Sam, how about you?
I think Sam is going to try to get the goo off.
Okay. Sandy, how about you?
I'm also going to scrape the goo off again.
Okay. And Paulie Score, how about you?
I don't have goo, so I'm going to attack.
All right. To quote Janosch, why am I covered with goo? Okay. Let's roll initiative, and I think it is your turn, Kennick. Give us a d6 roll, please. I got a 2. Y'all got a 2. It's an initiative tie. So everybody dogpile the remaining zombie. Will start up at the top with Techno. Unless Techno is just falling back at this point. 16 will hit.
I like those dice.
Excellent.
For 2 points of damage. Okay, next up, Sam, you are scraping you're scraping goo off of your feathers and beak and exposed skin. Roll a d6 for Sam, please. All right, you have to cut away some of your skin and a little bit of your feathers, but nothing that's too horribly painful. You take a point of damage cleaning yourself off. Sandy, do that thing. No, do your attack thing.
I was scraping.
Oh, you were scraping. All right, 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And finally, Polly score then. I think yes, Polly score.
Okay. Well, do it, Sandy. I'd do it for you. Nobody gets that, I'm sure. I'm old. Fly the intruder. Whatever.
Yeah, fly to the intruder. I'd do it for you.
I'd do it for you. Pop and smoke.
Yeah.
This is like waggling at me, pretending it's rolling.
You can hit stop and then attempt your reroll. There
it
you
actually
go.
rolled.
16.
Okay.
That will hit. That's a d6 damage.
And 6.
Nice. Okay. All right. You chop that one good, and it's just going to kind of randomly flail its arms as it moans. So you're not sure if it's moaning or if that's just like gases that have built up inside of it. Just,
Goose sounds.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. It's in a target-rich environment. So who gets it?
I should have said I'd do it for goo.
All right, it lunges at Techno. Come on. A 4,
Nice.
a miss. Okay, yeah, it staggers forward. Those of you who have injured yourselves in pursuit of trying to not get corrupted by this thing, please do something. Let me know what you're gonna do. Techno, you still just moving back as quick as you can? You attacking? What are you doing?
I'm attacking.
Okay. Sandy, how about you?
I'm going to stab with the spear again.
Sam?
Stabby.
And Polly score.
Yeah, I'm going to try to wipe the goo off my sword by stabbing it some more.
Very good, very good. All right. Well, Kevin, it's your turn for initiative, please.
Sorry, guys.
D6.
I apologize up front. And I should have.
Okay.
Worst initiative in the West. Or in space, in this case.
West of Earth.
Yeah, Oith.
West of Earth. That sounds like one of those Windham Hill New Age music albums.
We could have, AI generate an album cover for us.
The coffee moms used to all come in and buy when I worked at the record store. All right, so here we go. It is once again lunging at Techno. And it misses Techno. All right, counterattacks,
Beautiful.
please, everyone.
It's rolling.
That's a hit.
Nice. Come on, big money. All right.
Almost max damage. Okay.
Pretty good money.
That's very, very large money. All right, Sam, how about you?
Not sure if it's rolling or not.
Yeah, it's in delay mode.
Oh,
That will miss. Okay.
I don't think it
Show-
rolls.
That's what
show
you
them
get
how
for
it's
questioning it.
Show them how it's done there.
oh, come on!
Now you wasted it.
Yeah, you wasted it. Kennick, go ahead, do it.
Well, that's been
8.
pretty
Yeah,
Well,
I
let me
kinda tried.
see. This thing, I know what this thing's armor class is. It's actually not that great.
Spear is weapon class 1.
Yeah, it's the worst
Right,
of the
so-
weapon
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
Which is unfair. Come on, Jim. This should have been a 3.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it does have length.
All right, so that is a miss, and finally, Polly.
All right. Oh, it's a 2. It
That will
immediately
miss.
rolled.
That will miss. Okay. Next verse, same as the first, I'm guessing.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Is there a irradiated eyes recharge yet for you, Techno?
No, the following round.
Okay. Then roll initiative for us, if you would, please, Techno.
Nice.
All right.
5.
Very nice. Party
Nice.
will go first.
All right, come on.
Is that a 90?
6.
No, that's not a
That's what I thought.
We're not using DCC dice. I went on a rant about those on Twitter the other day. DCC is like D17 and D5. That is cringe. It's cringe.
But it didn't have a dot on it, so how do I know?
It's cringe anyway. So that's a miss. All right, next up, Sam.
I don't like those dice either, by the way, Bill.
Thank you.
I'm looking at some right now.
That's going to miss. Okay. How about you there, Kennick? Jeff, the greatest dungeon master alive. Well, that's my audience. Humble to a fault. That 13 will hit. That 13 will hit. They are as humble as I am popular on YouTube. Wait a minute.
He means the Duchy of Jeff.
Oh, okay. All right. So last roll, I think.
Yep, it's for me.
Yep, that's for you.
All right. When it rolls fast, it's all low.
Yeah, let them slowly roll out of your hand.
I'm going to start using a dice tower. This is ridiculous.
Just click a couple of buttons in the options and it renders a 3D dice tower in DD Dice. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah. That is a 17. Who does that hit? Let's see. I swear to God, I can do the reveal. I'm just going down the list. I'm not targeting you on purpose. Dooms.
It's not a hate crime.
It's
Ouch.
it's
Oh.
3 points of
Everything
damage
against me
to
is a
Dooms.
hate crime.
Yeah. It's never a war crime the first time. Okay. So
Yeah.
you once again get more of the brown mutating gel
Of course.
slapped on you. In the next round, can I assume that Techno is going to irradiate this thing?
I got this stuff on me.
Okay, well, it's
I'm
up
gonna
to
have
you.
to scrape it off. I'm gonna have to scrape it off. I can't.
Scrape them off, Jim. Okay,
Yeah.
then how about Sandy?
She is going to stab.
Sam?
I think Sam is going to try to stab it with a broken bottle.
All right, we will treat that as a dagger, as a weapon class 1 attack that does 1 to 4 damage.
Sure.
And Polly score. How about it?
Yeah, anything worth hitting once with a sword is worth hitting a whole bunch of times with a sword.
Okay, let's roll initiative, and we are to Yang. Roll initiative for the gang, Yang. I got a 5. You guys got a 2.
2.
All right.
Man.
Well, I have good news for you.
It's not techno.
It's not.
Yeah.
No. It's Polly score.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
First time.
But that is a miss. Polly,
Okay.
you are missed. Okay.
This is probably good.
It makes its attacks. Roll a d6 to see how much more skin you have to flay off yourself there, Techno.
All right. Let's get a decent result, please.
Stop
okay.
hitting yourself.
I can.
hitting
Well, I
yourself.
can live with that.
Oh, and
There were others that I couldn't have lived with.
speaking of living with things, Sandy takes 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
I thought I scraped it off. I didn't think
Did
I
you
got
scrape
hit
it
again.
off? I thought you got hit
Yeah.
again.
No, I scraped it off.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Audience, did she get hit again?
I don't think she got hit again.
You
Because it
don't
was
think she
Techno
got hit
twice and me once.
Okay. All right. So I guess you
Super
guys can
chat.
counter it.
Super
Super
chat to
chat for
avoid.
her to been hit or not gotten hit. That's,
Yeah, super
you
chat
know.
to avoid damage.
Okay. All right, guys. Do something terrible to this thing. Tony, right there. She did not get hit. Okay. Tony's your savior, and in some cultures, because he saved your character, you may legally be married to him now, Ken. So I'm warning you.
This is terrible.
I
Thank
don't
you,
know
Tony. I
if
hope you know.
southeastern Wisconsin is polyam legal. I don't know, but
I'm through with
Anyway.
Internet Vegas. No, I'm out of here.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we don't endorse
I don't know.
multiple marriages.
I think with enough beer or cheese, it might be.
yeah. That's the dowry up there, the standard dowry. All right, so let's see. Okay, gang, counterattacks, please.
Yep. So Yang's up. Techno's
Yeah,
cutting
yeah.
stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I cut that stuff off.
Oh,
That
nice.
is a hit. Look at the hits on that one.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Jab. Well, you did hit it, and you know every point of damage helps, right?
You stabbed it in the fingernail.
All right. I mean, you know, that would have been a nasty cut if this thing had a central nervous system. Let's see. All right. Then how about Sandy?
I think she hit.
That is a hit. It's going to be a D6.
Not awesomely, but she did hit.
Okay, and last but not least, Polly score.
Okay, so Polly doesn't have any goo gone, right?
I thought you scraped it off.
Yeah.
No,
could
no,
be wrong.
I goo gone the stuff that you use to get goo off the
Oh,
glass.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because that would
And that
work
is-
really well in this case.
That 13 that I'm pointing to right there, just wipe it away. That 13 was a hit.
Okay. It's a 6. Nice.
6. Wow, a
Look at that.
telling blow. Yeah, this thing, its viscera, or what was its viscera, or whatever, is kind of hanging out of it. Goof off. That's the stuff.
Well,
That's the
same
stuff,
thing.
Jeff. Goof off. Okay.
Goo Gone's another brand.
It's still shambling forward. Techno, are you going to irradiate, or are you going to try and destroy it with your sword, or what?
Yeah, it being the last one and me being clear of goo, I will use my radiated eyes against it.
Okay, everybody else meleeing?
Yeah, for one more
Yeah.
round.
Yep.
Okay, let's roll initiative, and I think, are we back to Dooms, or is it, whose turn
I think
is it?
it's Sandy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'll try my best. Not very good. Might be enough though. Might be enough.
Yeah, hey.
But it was your best. That's all that matters.
Okay, so here we go. I'm rolling this in the open. All right, everybody sees that, right?
He hates Techno.
Oh, right. Well,
All right,
Nice.
so he missed. Roll 3d6 for radiation strength, please.
Is that right?
Wow, so that's 14. Yeah,
Nice.
just burnt. It kind of crisps and collapses there on the floor of the space station. And once again, all is silent. You're all in various amounts of pain and exhaustion, but these things at least are now deceased.
I'm going to rest. Or
Yeah,
else.
we're
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
for
need to
sure.
rest big time.
So, when we're in this resting in the space station, are there windows that have sunlight coming in?
That is a fine question. Let's take a look at the map of the space. Well, by let's, I mean me. I'm not going to show it to you guys.
How dare you?
Darn.
Let's see. So you guys, you know what? Yeah, you got there's the big blue marble of Earth, and it is reflecting back a goodly amount of sunlight. So yes.
Oh, I would like to rest in the sunlight because I have photosynthetic skin.
Okay. And what is that doing for you?
It says regen hit points times 4.
Let's see.
I told you that character was amazing.
All right. This allows a mutant to produce its own food in sunlight or its equivalent. Such mutants may also heal lost hit points 4 times as fast as normal if they spend most of their time basking in the sun without moving. So you can spread your wings out in front of one of the large picture windows and absorb some of that lovely sunlight. So basically, to get the 1 hit point back you would get from nominal rest will only take you 6 hours and not an entire day.
But there's no atmosphere, so he's getting like all the ultraviolet, right?
Yes. So does that mean he should get like an extra times 2?
No, that means he gets extra skin cancer.
Well,
Yeah, there are a bunch of charred.
It's worth the risk.
corpses laying around here.
Strength 10 rad. No, the windows here are shielded. It's just like daylight on Earth. So, all right. Now, to the left and to the right, in this large open area with couches and now 4 absolutely gagsome smelling, reeking creatures in it, there are like smaller rooms within this curved outer hub of the space station to both the left and right. And you do see doors, one door in each room.
I'd like to search the couches, see if there's stuff like between the cushions or in the couch that might have fallen.
yeah, some extra domars.
Sure. You know what? You can do that. Is anybody else looking around?
Is there something else worth looking at? I mean, I'll look around since I haven't been here, so. But if there's something interesting, I'll look at it.
Hang on. There's couches, travel posters, the big picture windows of what is presumably the planet beneath you. And those of you searching in the couches for various things. Kenneth, you find a domar
Okay.
stuck down. I mean,
I'll take that Domar.
Put
okay.
it in the vending machine.
And how about? I'm sorry, Nooms. Did you say you were looking also?
No, I was going to ask a question though because I picked up this weapon from an expired character, and then I looked at it and I realized that it has a solar cell.
Okay.
Last time,
Yes,
it's
you
the
can.
stun
You can
ray,
absolutely charge it here. Yes.
right? What would you say the particulars on that are? Like, how many charges can I get over a period of time, or is it like it has to be sitting here for X amount of time in order to
Let's
charge
see.
it all?
That is a fine question. All right, so basically you get back 2 charges on a solar cell with the stun ray. You can get back 2 charges for an hour of charging on it.
Sounds good. I'm gonna leave the solar panel or whatever. I mean,
Okay.
really, I'm not doing anything except laying here because that last hit had like a 40% chance of killing me.
Okay. All right. So Yang Sam is just sitting still, absorbing sunlight.
Yeah,
Um,
he is going on natural, trying to soak up as much as he can.
that's fine, and
Right in
we
front of the
thank
window.
God for we thank God for the feathers. Um, all right, so let's see. Is anyone going into either of the other hub structures?
No. I'm gonna try to relax.
Okay.
What are we going to do? Stay here forever? If someone is able-bodied, perhaps they should search for something that will cure this damage.
I think we're all pretty injured.
Let me look at my sheet.
Sam will turn around to get his backside at the window, and he'll say to Techno, "I'll go with you when you're ready."
Okay, Sam, being up against the window as you are, looking back towards your friends, to the left, you can make out a very friendly-looking sign of some ancient plastic. It's very faded and crumbling from, decades of exposure to sunlight. It's some ancient language you can't make out, but it is very stylized blue letters on an orange background. You think you recognize a letter H, but beyond that you can't tell. And there is a darkened door in front of it. Or
You,
rather, on the front of the room.
You want to go check that out? Speaking to Techno there.
I'm too weak to move. I require time. I'm not sure that my ankle will ever be right. Perhaps I could limp along behind, but I would expect a force in front of me.
All right, just bring that gun.
You, the force.
You know it.
So how
I need
long
a
would
better
we have
plan than
to?
that.
How long would we have to rest to get any hit points back for those of us that aren't soaking in the sun?
A day to get a hit point back. Healing in Gamma World, unless you can find technology or concoct some yourself, it's just like AD&D. So if we healing of body damage, and for those of you that want to follow along at home, this is on page 37. When a player or any other character suffers damage which results in a loss of accumulated hit points, it's necessary for that injured being to rest and regain those. Hit points can generally be regained at the rate of 1 hit point per day of rest, which means a character undertakes no extensive traveling or strenuous activity. So you're not going to be moving a couch or going on a 20-mile hike, but walking around is not going to, particularly in lower gravity like you're in here, is not going to do you any harm. So that is it in general. Of course, it's my discretion to judge that. So Dooms and, or rather, I should say, Techno and Sam, Stepping into this room, as it were, there are many tables that are broken. Here and there you see dusty brown patches that you think perhaps may have once been the goo that you guys had splattered on you. Lying in the rubble, in the ruin here, you see what look like 5 mummified corpses. In the mostly bacteria-free atmosphere, they don't appear to have decayed, but they have dried out. And it looks like they
I
were
say
kind
you
of...
take a look at those.
Yeah, let's do it.
You take a look.
Sam's gonna go over, and as he's leaning over, before he sticks his hands into any pockets or whatever, he's just gonna stab each one in the throat with that broken bottle.
Okay. Yeah, so you slash them.
They release their spores.
Yeah.
Face huggers, Dooms. Face huggers. Yeah, you slash them and nothing happens. It's like cutting through tough plant fiber or paper.
Ooh, jerky. And then he'll go search the pockets.
Okay. One of them, clutched in its grip, is a long metal bar with a 4-flanged spade head, and there are a couple of small round nodules just above where the mummified hand is holding it. Looks like some kind of a club. You think it may be technological. Another one has a small pouch of some tough rayon-like material. In that, there are 30 domar. And finally, the last one, stuck in a belt, is very clearly some pistol-like weapon.
Ooh.
That is all you find.
All right. Well, we will definitely take all of that. I would say Sam is going to try to figure out how to use the cylindrical flanged object.
Okay. Alrighty then. Sam, if you would, Yang, for Sam, let's start making some. Let's see. What are we gonna call this? Yeah, give me a D10 roll.
Okay. And I'd just like to point out he has heightened intelligence, so he should get -2 to all of his rolls.
Right on. Yeah, immediately you know this is some kind of energy weapon. It's just a matter of figuring out what the buttons do. Give me a roll, please.
Four.
Yeah, the buttons are on and off. One more roll, please.
1.
Let's see. Yeah, you think you pretty much got it sorted. That was your third one, your third roll, or your fourth roll?
The third roll.
The third roll. Okay, one final roll, please. You're not sure if the buttons are intensity or whatever.
Ooh, 6.
Yeah, you're still kind of puzzling with it. One more.
Okay, 0.
There you go. Yeah, so this is an energy mace.
Oh.
You have an energy mace.
Okay.
let's see. The energy mace, just so you and our viewers at home know. Let me get to where this is. This is a chemical energy cell powered device. It inflicts 30 points per blow, and it runs 15 minutes. You can gauge, now that you figured out how to use it, this does not have that much of a charge. It's got basically the equivalent of 3 melee rounds worth of combat left.
Okay.
Yes, Wave of Mutilation. A Vegapygmy is a real thing. But anyway, so yes, you have a mace that can deliver blows for 3 rounds. Now, if you're using it in combat, even if you miss, you still just have 3 rounds of use. So be sure you can hit.
All right. So he'll explain all that to Techno, and then he'll take a look at the gun and see what kind of gun we got here.
Likewise, give me a D10 roll.
Are either of these on the Class A table or whatever?
Yes, they are.
What is it?
Both
Chart
of them.
A. Well, molecular understanding allows me to instantly figure out the use of those artifacts.
Nice.
Okay.
And then
So
he'll hand the gun over.
case, I'll just tell him while he's doing it, you know. Also, I don't know how I glazed over this, probably because I never used melee weapons, and I assume this to be a melee weapon excerpt. It says, because of understanding the weaknesses of any object in its separate parts, the mutant does 1 extra die of damage over and above any damage he would normally inflict in combat.
Okay.
I assume that's melee, correct? That's how it reads to me. It's just melee combat.
Well, does it specifically say melee?
It does not.
It does not. I would say that's a keen understanding of aiming and so forth. So that's just any weapon.
Right,
It
that
doesn't
as well.
It doesn't say melee. You have an affinity for using everything from the simple wedge to black ray guns and neutron missile launchers. You get an extra point of damage.
Extra die of damage.
Extra die of damage. See, that's even better.
But that leads me to one more question, and I don't mean to bog anything down.
No, not
But
at
say I had that mace, for example, that does a flat amount of damage of 30.
all.
How would there be an extra die, or would we just knock that off?
It says extra die, so I would just 30 plus d6 if you were to use the mace.
Right on. So we'll just call dice, or dice. We'll just call an extra die a d6, unless the die that I damage with is higher than that. Cool.
Right. Okay. So are you going to hand him the las pistol, Sam?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a laser pistol. You're immediately
Okay, cool.
like, hey, that's a laser pistol, and that laser pistol has 2 shots left in it.
What you have here is a weapon that fires a laser.
That's great.
You can take 2 shots. For
Can,
these run-of-the-mill items, just hand them to me.
Can you
Unless
charge?
you want to fumble about with them.
Can you charge that at the wall where you charge the other thing?
Well, assuming that you find a charger, then yes, you may charge it. We cannot charge the cell that's in the weapon that I received from a fallen comrade, for that depends on the almighty sun. You must infuse this
sure.
one with power.
Right. Okay.
You have 2 shots. Use them well.
Yeah, maybe we'll just give that to someone else. I'll keep this mace.
Indeed. Use that well as well.
So there's nothing else in here worth checking out?
No, the rest is just rotten ruin.
All right, well, probably head back to the others and give whoever wants the laser pistol the pistol.
Anybody got anything who makes that stronger or better?
No, I've got just basic stuff: a sword, a short sword, and a spear.
Yeah, I say no abilities that make it better.
Right. So it's a toss up. Whatever. Whoever has the most hit points or something, figure it out.
Well, you're probably healthier than I am, so Holly, you probably should take the pistol or rifle.
Well, it's up to you guys. I'm willing to take it if nobody else wants it, but right now, I'm in a bad way. We probably want somebody that actually might live more than one attack.
Well,
I'm the same. We need to find some sort of healing or just lay here.
I mean,
for weeks.
Sam's kind of, sort of okay. He's still got a lot of hit points, so he'll keep the mace. So if you kind of have to be in the back row, maybe that's who should have the gun. Keep a little distance.
Okay, so
and I have a weapon.
In this part of the outer hub, or the outer ring rather, there is also one other smaller room. Again, ancient writings, you can't read them. The windows are kind of grayed over with a thin film of dust. You can't quite make out. You're not sure if they are some kind of synth or android or something, but standing immobile in one of the windows, you can vaguely make out the shape of 2 humans in some kind of bodysuits with bulbous helmets on them. And again, there's a door there. Hey, stop spamming the chat, you guys.
Are they? Are those humanoids moving, or they're just kind of like laying on the ground? Or
one is leaning at a slight angle against the inner frame of the window, and the other is just kind of standing there, its hands like this, unmoving.
I think we should all go together and investigate.
All right.
All right, I'll follow them in. Who's taking the laser? We should solve that before we go. Okay.
Yeah,
it's a laser pistol, Bill. How many shots?
2 shots.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to leave my stun ray with the solar cell and the accompanying charger somewhere near the sunlight. And I intend to pull up the rear.
Okay.
All right. Sam will go and open the door, I guess.
Okay, so in this room, there's a long counter. Thank you, Wave of Mutilation. That's all I asked. I said the next person who spammed had to super chat, and Wave of Mutilation paid up. All right, so in this room there are collapsed shelves with decaying items on them. There's strange, bulky looking paraphernalia. Most of it is ruined, torn to pieces. And I don't think anyone here has heightened dexterity, do you?
I do not. Polly does
No.
not.
No.
Okay. Well, that's just fine because you're not surprised by the sound of something shuffling out of the back of the shop. It thrusts the door open, and it is one of these horrible zombies. It is by itself, and it is moving straight towards you guys, moaning with its arms out and its fists clenched. So we'll start at the top. What is Techno going to do? And yes, it has
Radiated
been-
eyes.
and you're going to irradiate it. Sandy?
Yes, sir.
I am going to use a spear to poke at it as far away from it as I can.
Oh, you can throw your spear if you want.
Oh, I'll throw the spear then.
All right. Sam?
He's gonna mace that sucker.
Okay. I'm going to mace you, sucker. All right. And Polly score.
I'm gonna shoot it with the laser pistol.
All right. Let's roll initiative. We'll just start at the top with Dooms. Roll initiative for us, please. 6. You guys will
All right.
certainly go first.
Here comes the tie.
Hey, don't say that. See? Okay, radiated eyes, roll your radiation.
So that was the other question I forgot to ask, and I was long-winded anyway. Should I add
That's
a
okay.
damage die to this, being that
No.
it's a radiation damage? Okay.
No.
So anything synthetic, maybe.
Right, basically, any manufactured technological item, which, I mean, that could be like a knacked piece of obsidian for you,
Right,
a spear, a
right.
bow, a hand axe made out of an old stop sign. You get
Gotcha.
a +1, the plus extra die. Go ahead and roll your radiation intensity.
11.
11, and this thing, let's see. Radiation intensity. Hey, I have a GM screen. I can just look that up. I can just look that up on my lovely GM screen. All right, radiation matrix. Yeah, it gurgles and dies. Just collapses on the floor.
Sweet.
So, yeah, Sam, take a charge off the energy mace, and Polly score. That is 1 round of laser energy gone.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Mace
I guess I'll go
hits
and pick up the spear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, your spear stabs right in it. And it falls dead on the floor. So, was it the radiation? Was it your spear? Was it the laser blast? Was it the mace blow? The world wonders. So yes, it is no more. All right, so the room that this thing burst out of, you can see that there are more items back there.
As long as there's no other creatures that are going to jump out, hopefully. Sounds
don't
like we
see
should
any.
search.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what type of items? Like big stuff, small stuff?
Well, it varies. There is a plastic framework around a 4-wheeled vehicle that has a tandem seat on it and what looks like a control bar that is about 2.5 meters long by 1.5 meters wide. There is something in a cube that has a large yellow handle on the side that is about 1/2 meter perfect cube. There's a small box that has something inside. It's white. It has what you think is maybe a stylized half moon, but then the other half is a series of grid lines in a circle next to it. You can't make out the ancient writing on it. Let's see. Hanging from a rack, there is a suit of white with red and blue piping down the sleeves and a large bulbous helmet. It appears to be entirely intact. And on the back of that suit, that garment, there is a narrow boxy structure that has a white cylinder attached to one side of it. And interestingly, you see 10 more of those cylinders in a rack along the wall. So,
well, I haven't had the opportunity to reveal this yet. But if I struggle, I am able to remove things with my mind. If you would like me to clear some of this as you advance, for I am far too hurt, perhaps I could do so. Yeah, I haven't used telekinesis yet. That's
Okay.
the only thing my guy has. It basically,
Yeah.
I'm just going to be basic on it from my understanding. It basically allows him to struggle to pick up things that he could normally carry and move them or hold them up.
okay, so what do you guys want to examine first to try and determine what it is?
Maybe that box.
Yeah, I'm interested in the box too.
Okay,
What's in the box?
let's see. All right, who wants to take a crack at that?
I guess Sam.
All right, give me a D4.
Yeah, because we both have the same.
All right.
Oh, you have that too? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, not a D4. Get a D10. I apologize. Give me a D10.
Well, Sandy, do you want to do it?
Sure.
I like D4s better than D10s for this one.
Yeah, they help a
25%
little bit
chance
more,
to
don't
get
they?
it right.
Well, it's a 7.
It's a 7. Okay.
Minus 2, so it's
minus 2.
5.
I got
Yeah.
a -2 as well.
Oh yeah, this is some kind of shelter. You can tell, like you wipe some of the dust off, and you can see there is a completely there's an image of a completely barren surface. You're not sure if it's if it's supposed to represent something on another planet, because there's a little dome-like structure. Well, I say a little dome-like structure. There's a dome-like structure. A person in front of it wearing something that actually looks like the thing that's hanging on the rack. And in the background, in the otherwise black sky in the background, is what looks like the Earth. So give me another roll.
Okay.
You mean the oith?
The Oith, excuse me.
And again, it's
Oith.
5 with the adjustment.
So let's see, a 5. Yeah, so you're figuring out that this is some kind of protective shelter that can
Okay.
be used in harsh environments where there is no air. Give me one more roll.
Okay. And that's a 4.
That's a
adjustment?
4. But how you deploy it, you're kind of struggling with. You're not sure how that's supposed to work.
Okay.
Don't
Sam?
deploy it in here. Please.
Well, no, we don't want to deploy
Yeah.
it in here because odds are it's bigger than this room.
Yeah.
Sam, you want to try to see if you can figure out how we would deploy it? Not that we want to yet, but how we would deploy it?
Sure.
All right, Sam, let's start the process up for you. Roll a d10.
Ooh, 6.
6. Okay, yes. You see the picture. You're okay, all right. Do that, and that. Give me another d10 roll.
3.
Okay, yes, it is definitely a vacuum environment shelter. And give me one more D10 roll.
6.
How you deploy it is you don't know.
Next.
I mean, you can keep trying. You don't have to stop just because you can't figure something out.
All right. Well,
That's how I killed them, with a lunar pup tent, guys.
All
I'm
right,
in the
fine.
back.
Feeling.
Sure. I'll go again.
Dern's instant vacuum chamber.
There we go. 2.
There you go, too. Okay, all right. So yeah, it's the big. There's a handle on the side. A human will have to take it in their hand, rotate it 90 degrees, and the whole thing folds out. Which obviously you haven't done yet, but there is basically this is a 4-person lunar survival shelter that has oxygen from a standard oxygen bottle, will keep 4 people alive for 24 hours.
Nice. So that brings me to the question. Have we been able to determine if we are on the moon or just a floating space station?
I'm doing this as hard as I can from the moon. You don't know.
Okay.
You think
So
it's a space station. You don't think you're all the way on the moon.
Okay, so like we
So-
definitely haven't seen the lunar surface or the moon in
No.
the background or anything. No. Okay.
I.e., that's no moon.
It's a space station. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Down through the ages, we thank you, module creator. Let's see, who was it? Paul Reich III. Thank you. This is no moon. It's a space station. All right. So you have figured out that the half cubicle, or that the half meter cube is a basically a survival shelter for the surface of the moon, or anywhere where there's no air.
How big is this thing?
It is big enough. The box is a half meter on a side. It is a cube. The tent, when deployed, will hold 4 people comfortably.
Yeah, but is that in tent sense? Because if you ever read those tent docs, they always say 4 people, and it's really 2, right?
Yeah, it's 4 people if you sit hunched up.
Exactly.
Nobody moves. You breathe out when he breathes in.
So
Yeah,
No,
any of you
but-
people touches me and I'll kill you.
Not Francis.
Francis. Yeah.
No.
So is it big enough to fit one of those canisters that we saw on the wall inside it, or not?
You don't know. You well, I mean, no. You've gone through the instructions. You attach a canister to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was thinking the
basically-
canisters are probably
there's
bigger
a
than a box.
A
Yeah.
standard, a standard pressurized container attaches to it, and it comes with one already. So
Okay.
if you had a supply of those charged, you
Like
could
10?
keep changing them out. Yeah, like 10. All right, so you got that, and you have some other items in here. You got what is obviously some kind of a vehicle.
Let's look in the vehicle.
Please tell me it has wire wheels.
It does seem to have like some interlocking, like interleaving plates almost. They kind of remind you of like a beetle's carapace. And they're all attached to these fiendishly complex interlocking spoke-like devices.
Nice.
But anyway, so yes, who wants to give the vehicle a try?
Like actually write it or try to figure out how it works?
Well, try and figure out how it works.
I'll try to figure out how it works.
Give me a D10 roll.
I'll tell everybody, back off. This is very dangerous.
Stand back!
Is that Nate? No, it's a 10. Okay, cool. And I'm in the wiggle again. So 2.
A 2. Okay. Well, you know that basically you unpack it by, you already know it's a vehicle, but there's a couple of levers on the sort of shipping pallet that's built up around it. You just pull that and they'll fold down. And then you can examine more of it. Give me another D10 roll, please.
So, is it folded up like a World War II Jeep? just asking for a friend. I got a 2.
You got another 2. Okay. Doing that to gain access to it, you can see there's a couple of seats on it, and there's a control yoke up front. There is a screen, perhaps 120 centimeters, 120 millimeters on a side, that is completely black, but you think that must be some kind of central readout or display. Give me another D10.
Okay. Oh, nice, a 1.
Okay, yeah, you flip a couple of switches and that screen fitfully flickers to life. There's a stylized word in an ancient language slowly comes up on the screen, and there's this slow motion burst of white particles on the screen. It's probably very fancy.
Sega.
Give me another D10 roll.
Okay.
You have booted it up.
Oh, damn it. That's my first not great roll. A 6.
A 6. Let's see. Yeah, you kind of touch a couple of the other controls on the bar. Nothing changes. Doesn't really do anything different. You can keep going if you want.
I'll hand it off in a minute. That's a 2.
Okay. You realize that like a flashing arrow is pointing to a big green button that you push and hold. And you sort of watch a line slide across. And you can feel a faint hum coming from this thing. Give me one more roll.
So the high voltage is enabled now. Okay. 6.
Okay, kind of lunges forward a little bit. Give me another D10 roll.
I don't know how to use a clutch. 0.
You do now. This is you pull up the screen and touch some of the buttons. It's designed for like suited gloved fingers, so navigating around it is actually really easy. Yeah, this is a 2-person. Well, it's an ATV of some kind.
Okay.
It's got an atomic battery in it. Yeah, so you've got basically a 2-person vehicle. Let's see. You're not sure what a lunar mini rover is, but it's a vehicle.
So it's a LMV or a LMRV?
Something
Okay.
like that.
All right.
It basically, it's solar powered. So, it's been getting a little bit of power from the lights in here that kind of let you boot it up. And it will run for 1 hour for every 2 hours of charging in direct sunlight, and it goes 20 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
And as noted, can carry 2 people.
So this is right at the moment. This is kind of like having a Corvette on the island of Hawaii. Okay. Is there enough of an opening big enough to this other room
Yes.
that you could drive through?
Yeah, you could roll this thing out, and you know that the hatch that leads out of the shuttle, that it'll fit in there.
Okay. Is there a window in here?
No, not in here.
Okay. I'm gonna go move it in front of the window. Well, unless the battery shows fully charged, if I could figure that out.
It doesn't. You've gotten it figured out, and yeah, you really can't.
Okay.
They must load up like the canisters and the suit and such in one of the seats. So that way we can take everything with us in a
That's
powered
good.
wagon.
I'm sorry. Who figured out the tent? Who was that figured out the tent? Was that Yang?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you've still got a couple of things. You've got the suit and you have the small box with the strange stylized.
I'm going to check out the small box, please.
Okay, inside of it is a shallow cup with a curved metal band. Actually, it's got a curved metal band on one edge of it that seems to slide in and out, and it's also got some kind of thin wire that ends in a black pliable bud. It kind of reminds you of like a nettle, except it doesn't have spikes at the very end of it. Go ahead. Are you going to attempt to figure that out?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, give me a D10 roll.
It should be rolling. It's just taking a really long time.
Hey, rune word.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay. Yeah, you fit this on your head, and the cup-like device rests on your ear, and it kind of adjusts. It almost has a bit of a grip on it. All right, so a 9, that becomes a 7. What you do next, you don't know, but you can certainly take another whack at it.
Yep. And that's a 2.
Okay. There's little touch controls that you can manipulate on the side.
Okay.
You do. Let's see. 5 becomes a 3, and yes. So this is a pair of communication devices.
Okay.
They like the buggy itself. They are solar charged. They're good for about 10 kilometers of talking. And you know that they can be worn inside of a helmet. They're lightweight enough if the helmet is big enough. And there's a pair of them. So
Okay.
people can communicate back and forth. So you've got those.
So it sounds like we're putting the buggy and a couple other things in the sun.
Is it possible to telekinesis that suit?
Yeah, it's fairly lightweight. It's only maybe overall, and it's distributed over the body of the wearer. It's maybe 15 kilograms.
Right. So I would basically just have to struggle and bring it towards me, and it's not fastened in such a way that, I just basically lift it off its rack or whatever.
Right.
And bring it over telekinetically.
Okay. And the only other thing in here are the 10 cylinders that are like maybe 1.5 meters in length and 240 millimeters in diameter that look like the one that's on the back of the suit already. And there are 10 of those, and they weigh, I don't know, 3 kilograms maybe each.
Right.
How many of those can we fit into the passenger seat of the car?
It's not a passenger seat like that. And those you will have to like pick up and carry individually.
Is there anything on those other than the valve? Like, is there a gauge or anything?
No, there is not a gauge, but there are words that you don't recognize and symbols that you don't recognize. There's like one it's a square that's turned on one corner, and then it's got like multicolored squares in the middle of that with numbers. There's a circle with what looks like a stylized flame on top of it right next to that.
Regarding this suit, does it just basically look like some sort of airtight suit that takes attachments?
Oh, are you handling it?
Yeah. So whenever it comes close enough to me, yes, I will.
Yeah. Okay, so same thing applies as far as molecular affinity goes. Yeah, this is a pressure suit. This is an intact working pressure suit. And
it doesn't seem to be very protective, right? Except from the elements.
No, it's not armor. It's not armor. However, it is. Let's see. With a fresh cylinder, it has air for 24 hours.
And here's your suit. I'll explain to them what it does.
So this may have been some kind of outfitters for exploring the moon, maybe going from here to the moon. So you have that stuff.
Okay.
All right, and this is basically the end of the areas that we're aware that we haven't explored.
Hang on one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so yeah, the outer rim of the space station so far, this is what you have been able to locate. Now, you can see when you come out to start piling this stuff up, the buggy, and the headphone or the walkie-talkies, so they can charge back up in the sun. If you look around towards the far end of the room or building you just left in the station, there is a large door in the middle of the bulkhead. So it looks like you can go into another section.
What is the plan? I'm hurt, but that doesn't seem to be something that will change very soon.
Yeah, we're all pretty hurt,
Maybe.
but we need to keep exploring. Hopefully find something that can help us heal.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, if we find more of those shamblers, though, we may have some challenges. We've
We
been
will certainly
reasonably
have some.
lucky so far.
If you guys put on that pressure suit, maybe it would protect against whatever that was they throw on you.
Yeah, well, it would protect one. Or two birds, I suppose.
I think it'd take a lot more than that.
Oh,
It was only 48 centimeters.
Whoever looks like they're in the absolute worst condition probably should be the one that gets it. I'm pretty sure that's not me, so.
I will not wear such a thing.
We may need this. I don't think we should use it unnecessarily.
Agreed.
And I will point out, guys, you can't wear it over armor. It is designed for a comfortable form-fitting type affair, so you're not going to be putting this on over armor.
I'll just
It basically fits like a wetsuit, right?
Yeah, a little bit looser, but yeah. Like if you look at like the modern suits that like SpaceX and other private space travel companies are using now, it's more like that and less like the NASA hard suit,
Right.
Okay, so let's put it in the buggy to keep it safe. And then I guess we continue exploring carefully.
I'll go ahead and take that stun gun now, or stun ray off the charger. I don't know how
Okay.
the charge is.
Yeah, you've just got to flip the cover back over the little solar plant panel. Yeah, you got to charge while you guys were exploring in there,
All right, thank you.
so you can definitely use it once. All right, so are you following the station around to go through that door?
It's the only
Yeah.
place we haven't seen, right?
So far.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, big door here circled by green lights. Big round wheel in the middle of it. Somebody want to give me an open doors check?
That would kill me, so I won't.
I don't have any bonuses, but I can try.
Yeah, just a D6 roll.
Oh, okay.
We're doing it the AD&D way, unless you have a really low strength, which you don't.
Oh.
All right, yeah. So you know that grease is kind of dried out after you don't know how long since, but there's a squeak, and then it rotates, and you hear kind of a clanging sound, and the door swings away from you, swings outward away from you. This area of the station, in addition to being creepy, is very much like the area that you just left. Comfortable looking couches on the floor. Immediately in front of you and to the left, there is another one of these buildings that follows the inner curve of the space station wall. And you can't recognize the words on it, but there is a white circle with an equilateral red cross through it. And you recognize that symbol. That means medical.
Yay. Let's hope there's some help for us in this room. So I'll peek my head in and look. Make sure there's nothing that's going to jump out and like chew on us.
Okay, you don't see anything immediately. However, there are lots of small containers, faded cubes, cylinders, flat trays, all sorts of things, and there's stuff scattered on the floor. You're not you're not at all sure what it all is. So the labels are basically too faded to read or missing entirely here, but you see lots of stuff.
Okay. Taking one of the containers, I'm going to shake it. Does it seem to be a
Rattles.
liquid or a solid?
No, it rattles. There's something in it.
Okay. Does it have like a screw top that I can open?
Yeah.
Okay. I will open it away from my face.
Okay. There are blue and red, like blue on one half, red on the other, capsules, perhaps 1.5 centimeters long and 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter.
Okay. How many are there?
Too many to easily count.
Okay. I'll screw the cap back on.
Okay.
and say, "Well, these are pills of some sort, I think."
And there are other containers here. So
Okay. Do I see a medikit that's
no,
obvious or no?
nope.
Okay. I'm going to check out the next container and shake it.
Yeah, it's same thing.
Okay.
You pop the lid open. These are solid green.
Okay.
Essentially, you can pick up probably a good armful that aren't broken, or when you open them up, it's just like cruddy black looking slime.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you can get a grand total of 6. There's 6 containers that you think are intact stuff.
Okay. So you said that there's other stuff, or just these bottles, and out of the bottles there's only
Those
6?
are the only ones intact.
Okay. And there's nothing else of interest in here.
Not that you can see, no.
Okay. Are there any cabinets or desks or drawers or anything like that?
There are, but they're all thrown open, and there's scraps, remains of things. It looks like somebody frantically searched through here long ago. There are boxes and containers that are ripped open, empty, crushed. There are what in some of the plasticine walls. There are what looks like blows that were perhaps made by a fist, whether it was in frustration or someone was fighting here. But you have the bulk of this stuff.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have a couple of these pill bottles. Don't know what they are. And that's about it for the medical bay here. So shall we continue moving on and exploring, folks?
Is there any way we can inspect these pills to see what they are? I mean, do they look like
Labels
they're...
are all faded or crumbled off.
Right.
I mean, there is a way you can tell, but...
Well, first and foremost, are they orally taken? Just...
That is entirely up to you.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That is entirely up to you.
Somehow when the docs tell me, they don't usually give an option, but...
Yeah, well, mine, you just, like, bite a piece off and swallow it.
Yeah, I mean, I really... So, there's 2 different colors, or the bottles each have a color, 2 different colors?
Well,
You said it was
pills,
red
they're
and
different
red
colors.
and blue?
The pills are all different colored.
Oh.
Some are white, some are blue green, some are red.
Oh, hell.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm thinking they're food.
Each bottle has its own color pill in it, but...
Right.
Well, maybe I'll try one, see what happens.
All right.
There isn't like a
do you
Grab a
want,
physician's...
Sam?
random bottle.
There isn't like a physician's desk reference laying around somewhere,
Nope.
is there? Damn it.
You shake a couple out in your claw, yay.
All right.
And
So I would like
Maybe
to
they
point
aren't
out
food.
I have heightened constitution, which gives me 18 to resist poison.
There's a little A on one of them.
okay.
I just hope it's not the little blue pill.
All right.
It's Imodium, dude. It's
That
Imodium.
would be awkward for all of us.
Yeah. Well,
Excellent.
especially for him, since, bird. That would be very strange.
Yeah. What is... Okay. There we go. I lost my place. Okay, Yang, you pop this pill, and
Do we notice what color he's popping?
yes, this is blue.
Okay. It is.
This,
It
this,
is blue
damn it,
this,
pill?
what's a
this
blue
one
one?
is a blue. This one is a blue pill. Yang, you like you feel kind of
You
you're
feel
not
like
really
a blueberry?
you're not really sure, but you notice like when you get a little pensive, even when you stop breathing, like you don't feel that sensation of I'm not getting any air. Whatever this pill is doing, it is providing you with air.
Oh, this this is good stuff.
The bird ate an Alka-Seltzer.
It's I feel like I could breathe better.
My wings are huge, dude.
Okay, so blue.
Well,
Breathing.
those blue ones. The next one might be blue also.
They're all
Okay,
blue.
so
They just
so
have
so
different numbers
we'll
on them.
we'll we'll mark something on that one bottle.
Okay. He will try a not blue one.
All right. Let's see.
There's no pill miscibility table in Gamer World, right?
Well, I wasn't gonna do that, but now that you bring it up, it's actually a
Oh.
good idea.
You're
All right,
permanently
Yang.
breathing oxygen.
You take this one. A few minutes go by, or a few moments go by, and immediately the pain, not the actual injuries themselves, but the pain from your injuries starts to seriously abate.
Oh, I feel so much better.
These are translucent yellow.
Yellow makes you mellow.
The label says
All right.
urea. Yeah.
So we'll hand him another bottle, different color, and mark that one.
Touch subject 1. We have
Alright.
another pill for you.
So that's two.
If there's a
two of the,
missability, tail it.
two of the
We'll
six.
find
Two of the six bottles so far.
Well,
You
might
gonna
as well
take
make it
another
3.
one,
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
I mean,
I got
he's
a
a happy
strong
bird.
This one has kind of an earthy flavor to it. You're not really sure what effect it's having on you. You don't feel any ill effects. You don't feel any good effects. The pill itself is light pink.
It tastes like dirt. This must be for homesickness for Earth people.
Well, I mean, technically, you're an Earth person.
You want to keep going? We got 3 more.
Might as well. What's the worst that could happen?
All right, hang on a second.
Hey, Sandy, you have that bottle of alcohol? I could use something to wash this down with.
Sure, here you go, buddy.
He'll take a little swig of whatever that bottle is.
Whatever it is.
Okay, the next bottle, these pills are plaid, and they have the same taste and effect as the pink ones did.
I don't know what these are doing. These
You
taste
have
like
two
dirt,
more.
too.
You have 2 more bottles you can take pills from.
I think I better take a rest for now. I'll
Okay.
do the other 2 later.
All right.
Yeah, Pauly Shore's usually taking these things, so Pauly Score will take some of these things. I'll grab the first bottle that he hasn't tried, and I'll
That he
take
hasn't
one.
tried. All right.
Yeah, buddy. This is really
All right.
dumb, by the way. I shouldn't do this.
This pill is orange, has a faint sweet flavor to it, and your eyes and nose are a little less irritated by all the dust in here.
Okay.
Other than that, you don't know what effect it might be having on you. You feel a little less goopy. One more bottle of pills left to try. Who's going to try it?
It's dumb, but I'll do it.
All right.
Whatever. Maybe I'll get health.
Okay, these pills are red, and they have kind of an earthy taste to them, but they don't have any. They don't have any seeming effect.
Hey, Mr. Sam, with your bird eyes, you didn't happen to see if there were some numbers on these labels that were really faded and impossible to read, did you?
Now, as you guys are standing there, chugging pills and noting effects, from further along the curve in the dimly lit space station gallery there, as it curves along, you're all startled for a moment as you hear moans and the shuffling of feet coming towards you. You turn and look, and you don't have time to react as 2 of the zombie things are shuffling towards you. They'd crept up on you silently and will be able to attack you next week when we return to another session of the Gamma World live stream. I want to thank all my players for tuning in. I want to welcome Kevin back to Friday Gamma World. He was
Thank you.
He was actually here. You were here for the Tuesday AD&D game.
Yep.
But I'm glad you're back tonight too. So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. And big ups to Wave of Mutilation for paying to spam my chat. I appreciate it. So I will be back along with Yang and Zhao and the Dungeon Minister tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon rather, at Yang, what are we doing? We doing 3 o'clock tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
3 p.m. on this channel for Nerd Council of Doom. You'll all get the link. Don't miss it. Nerd Council of Doom right here tomorrow night. And guys, believe me, if you go poking around a space station, I don't care if it is in deep space and you think you're safe, you better keep your eyes open for the dreaded owl bears. Peace. Good night. Love you all.